Okay, so what's up guys, it's Matters, and tomorrow is the first possible day in which we could see some sort of reveal for Modern Warfare 2 Remastered. Okay, we're finally going to get some information regarding this game sometime this week. It's guaranteed sometime this week, the last week of March. Tuesday though, usually a solid day to see Call of Duty announcements and teasers, and in the past it's always been Tuesday. I mean, up until recently, it's always been that way. Tuesday, 1 p.m. Eastern time. So tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern time, the first chance we have of seeing something official for this game. And then again, you know, in the past couple years, we've had Thursday reveals and Friday reveals. Those are a bit new, so maybe we'll get those as well. But Tuesday is a very solid day to be expecting something that is tomorrow. So I want to go through within this video what we could be seeing tomorrow. I want to go through a bunch of new evidence. We're going to be looking at different stuff from these different retailers, more and more of them, you know, actually mentioning multiplayer. And we do have still conflicting details and conflicting arguments on, you know, whether or not we're going to see multiplayer, whether or not the multiplayer is going to release on, you know, August 30th, and then, you know, we have campaign April 30th, and then you get it after, whether or not there's like this code, there's a beta code, and there's different things, or maybe April 30th isn't the actual release date, it's the pre-order date. Like there's so many different arguments, and a lot of this is coming from, you know, different retailers, Amazon and Walmart and other people that have been leaking information. So obviously you can't confirm any of it. You can't confirm anything. Like any information that we've seen, like you honestly can't even confirm Modern Warfare 2 Remastered overall, because, you know, someone made the point in my other video, is Charlie Intel really a legitimate source? Are they really? Not necessarily, because where are they getting their information from? Nothing is confirmed. They're credible. I think they're credible. I think these different gaming websites are credible. I think certain people are credible, but when it comes down to it, nothing is confirmed. So I think you guys should have an open mind. Everything is up in the air, and just be ready for anything to happen. So that being said, that was a long intro. Let's just get straight into this here. I want to put the first thing up on screen. We're gonna be looking at something from Amazon, this little chat here. And again, none of the normal things. So many people have been doing this stuff, asking different types of questions and then been getting different answers. I'm just gonna read you guys sort of the main part. I would like to inform that the expected release date would be April 30th, and saying, would this be available for online play too? Okay. It goes through and it says we're playing for the first week of April, and beta codes will be provided on the website itself. Beta codes for what? And then he responds, online access. So is online access due at release at a later date, or just at launch? It would be the same. So there's a date for the beta. No, on the launch date you'll receive an automated email for the beta code. And then he responds, for Modern Warfare 2 Remastered multiplayer, and then the guy at Amazon says yeah. So, you know, like I said, when you get to these situations, it's getting a bit weird. Different companies and different people seem to be confirming different stuff. And again, even by looking at that, I'm not going to confirm it. I'm not going to say anything, but I do think that it's getting a bit suspicious that, you know, they have all this conflicting information. If it really was just campaign, and if Modern Warfare 2 Remastered really just was, you know, $25 campaign, that's it, I feel like you'd have a bit more confirmation, a bit more of a general consensus among these different retailers that, oh, you know, it's campaign. They'd have that information. But the fact that they have information about this different, you know, about online play and beta codes and different online access codes and all this different stuff, like it's not like they're just randomly getting this information from anywhere. I mean, they obviously are getting it from somewhere, and that was pretty clear as day there with Modern Warfare 2 Remastered. I want to go through a couple other little things as well here. Here's one more, again, just talking about, I appreciate you holding on for me. I've checked on this, and in case the game should be released on April 9th, and I can't tell you the specific price amount. And this is another one where I'm just like, oh man, I don't know about this one. I just need to show you guys. I'm putting this picture here just to show you guys how conflicting everything is. I think it's pretty solid. Everything has pointed towards April 30th. I mean, the original Amazon Italy leak that, you know, sparked people's curiosity in Modern Warfare 2 Remastered had April 30th. This is saying April 9th. I just want to show you, I don't believe this, but I just want to show that for you guys, just to show that, like, you know, there's so much different information going on here. And yeah, it's just freaking crazy at this point. So let's go into something else as well. There's another pretty cool one here talking about online access, but before we look at that one, I want to look at a string of tweets. You know, before we go to the, I think we have different credible sources, and I've stressed this enough. When talking about Modern Warfare 2 Remastered, it's hard to really figure out what is a credible source, but this guy, apparently, he has been leaking stuff for a while, and he actually got suspended for leaking stuff back in Black Ops 3 on Twitter, and that's happened several times before to a couple of my like Twitter friends back in Black Ops 3, where they get suspended for tweeting out leaks and tweeting out stuff that's gonna happen in the next DLC and stuff like that. And even the Glitching Queen got, you know, her video taken down because she talked about different leaks in her video. So it's happened before. Apparently it happened to this guy, and we're gonna talk about his tweets for a second here. He says, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 Remastered will see Terminal and Rust again. However, some maps will be removed due to spawn problems and just general stuff. I think it was already talked about that we wouldn't see a lot of the multiplayer maps within the game, so that was already something that was circulating around. So he's saying here too, it will have a top anti-cheat system, making boosting and cheating an automatic ban. Which again, I feel like that's almost pretty obvious, so that does make sense as well. Next one here, Modern Warfare 2 will have multiplayer featuring normal game modes as well as holiday features such as the ones in World War 2, bonus camos, game types, and map additions. I think that makes sense as well, and that's sort of the argument that we've been giving for a while now. You know, Activision, they want to be able to have multiplayer and then, you know, add supply drops and have these holiday events and add these weapons that are, you know, these new weapons within the supply drops and these new camos that you have to go for and all this different stuff. They want to be able to do all of that. And if they just have campaign, they're not going to be able to do that, which just makes no sense, because why would Activision? I saw some funny comment on my video. I don't know if I'm going to find it, but it was like all of a sudden Activision is just not greedy and they just want to give us campaign and not make money on multiplayer off of supply drops. Like, it was just so funny because it really is just so true. Like, all of a sudden Activision just doesn't want money. Really, like, after all of these years of supply drop, they just don't want money. Look, come on. If they've been selling supply drops for this long, they're gonna continue, and they're not gonna miss a chance to do so. It's just that simple. But next one here, for the intervention reveal, it will have FMJ taken off of the attachments. I worded what I said, but about it's gonna blah. I don't know what he's talking about there. So I don't know how much I can go into this where I'm like, okay, I don't know how much information this guy's really getting here. Activision is in fact thinking of Prestige Master to be added to the game, level 1000 like MWR. Again, look, take it with a grain of salt. That's really what I can say with those tweets. It's pretty cool information. A bunch of it, you know, is not really common sense, but you should expect that type of stuff, like the events, like, you know, Prestige Master and the anti-cheating system. And, you know, you should expect not to have every single MW2 map. You know, they might cut some maps out. You know, they might do different stuff. So that's all stuff that's sort of reasonable to expect if we do see Modern Warfare 2 Remastered multiplayer. So nothing out of, you know, nothing that crazy there. But again, if it's actually real, that's what you have to look at and say, well, I don't know. I mean, we're going to look at that 50-50. But here's another thing, which is also really cool from Amazon, a separate sort of string of DMs from Amazon between someone else. And they're, you know, I'm just going to leave you guys the last one up on screen here. But they're discussing Modern Warfare 2 Remastered. Honestly, they're asking the general questions. And then here's the thing. Can you tell me any more information regarding this item, like if it's just campaign or will it include multiplayer? And then he says, it shows that you can team up with your friends in the online mode that redefines Call of Duty by introducing kill streaks, XP, prestige, and more in customizable classic multiplayer modes. This is interesting. Now, I don't know. Hopefully, this is, you know, related to MW2 Remastered, and the person at Amazon is directly reading something from that, and they're not just reading a description from a different game, because that would be a bit weird as well. And I think it's very clear to a lot of these people that it is Modern Warfare 2 Remastered, so it's not like they're mixing up their information. And when these people DM, because here's the thing, you have two different types of DMs. You have people that, you know, the Amazon employees or the Walmart employees or these different gaming store employees. They either know what they're talking about or they don't, because you can tell within the DMs they specifically say what they need to say. And if they're clueless, then they just say, like, I'm not so sure, I don't know, this and that, and you can sort of tell who understands what's going on here. Here is a clear answer, but it really is such a generic type of answer and description that you can say like, oh, well, is that like for COD 4? Like, redefined Call of Duty by introducing kill streaks and XP and prestige. Like, that sounds like COD 4 to me, but I don't know. Here's the thing. We do have evidence for it. We're getting more and more information regarding multiplayer each day, and at first it seemed like it was only campaign, and now it seems like a lot of these different retailers are actually sort of hinting at online play, at different online access codes, at multiplayer. So I don't know if there's just a mix-up or a misunderstanding, or these retailers are not getting the information from the game, or I really don't know. This is such a confusing and weird time for Call of Duty. Usually it's pretty generic, like with the whole Black Ops 4 reveal. Like, you had some leaks, you had the reveal, and it was pretty smooth. I didn't think this whole thing would get this crazy. Like, Modern Warfare 2 Remastered has gotten so weird, and there's just so much different information circulating around that just doesn't make any sense. But again, I don't know. I don't even know what to say. Just take in all the information and just process it however you want. I do still want to talk about what we're gonna see tomorrow. So pretty much, again, Tuesday, just tomorrow, we have 1 p.m. Eastern time. If they're going to do anything, I think what they're going to start off with is they're going to tweet out something, and they're going to confirm that, it's a real thing, Modern Warfare 2 Remastered. And maybe they'll clickbait us, okay? And maybe they'll just say, they'll put an image of the Modern Warfare 2 Remastered box art, and they'll say Modern Warfare 2 Remastered releasing April 30th, and they won't say anything. They won't say if it's only campaign. They won't say if multiplayer is included. No, they won't give the price. They won't do anything, and they'll just confirm it, give the box art, and that's it. Like, if they do something like that, oh my god, that'd be so frustrating. So, and I feel like they would do that though, and I don't know what the reason is for them not just, because you guys know that Activision and Activision support, like, they see this happening. They're not oblivious to like the online community. They know that everyone right now is talking about Modern Warfare 2 Remastered. I wouldn't even be surprised if some of them like watched my video or saw it pop up about talking about multiplayers, and just other people's videos talking about Modern Warfare 2 Remastered multiplayer. They know that it's a big deal. So anything they do, it's either going to be used against them, or it's going to, they're going to be praised by. So, like, they need to really think about this, and how they're going to release this, and how they're going to give us the information. And if anything, maybe they're seeing that we're just such in an uproar right now, and we're so confused and frustrated, that tomorrow, Tuesday, they'll just reveal everything. So instead of it just being a tweet, they'll just drop everything on us, confirm it, clear the air, and say, this is the case, April 30th, multiplayer included. Here's a little teaser trailer. Just drop it on us. Like, stop waiting, stop hesitating, stop doing all this weird stuff. Like, even with the Activision clip that we looked at yesterday, where he was like, oh, these goggles are, single player only, and multiplayer not, confirmed here. Like, they know what's going on. That's where it's, see, now I'm getting annoyed. Like, I was pissed in my other video, and I was pretty chill in this one, and now I'm getting annoyed, because they know Activision sees they know what's going on. So why can't you just say something? Why can't you just tell us what the deal is? Just, oh my god, it's tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow, 1 p.m. If we don't get anything tomorrow, I mean, that's gonna be that's gonna be terrible. Like, what are they waiting for? At least if they weren't planning on doing something tomorrow, at this point, they have to do something tomorrow. They have to do something to let everyone know what the state of this game is, because obviously it's, important to a lot of people. It's a fun game, and we just want to play multiplayer. It's not that big of a deal. Like, by when Black Ops 4 releases, we're all going to be playing Black Ops 4. At least I'm going to be playing Black Ops 4. So it's just going to be fun to just go back and play MW2 for a bit. Why not? Like, I don't know. It's too much, man. Thank you guys for watching. What you guys did enjoy. Let me know what you guys think about this. And yeah, tomorrow is the first possible day in which we could be seeing some information for this game. So that being said, see you guys later. Goodbye.